This episode is proudly brought to you by our sponsors who make this content possible. Thank you for your support.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Connect Now. We are really excited because we hope you guys liked the last episode. The last episode was really good. Monica, you enjoyed it, right?
I did. I enjoyed it.
What did you like about it, Monica, since you enjoyed it so much?
He's being sarcastic now, but no, of course, I enjoy whenever we have someone who is empowering other women, people in the community, doing great things. And that's exactly what Kat is doing. She's empowering, people. She's following her passion. And to me, that's a powerful thing.
No, I loved it too. Yes, I like the fact that she's doing a lot of things in the community and stuff, and that's what it's all about, right? That's Connect Now. We want to bring people on who are doing things in the community that are making an impact in the community, and whether they're doing it on their own or they're doing it with their business. So today we have somebody that is actually making a difference through their business and the line of work that they're in.
Something very extraordinary. Something totally different. Something that I've never. Honestly, I've never heard of it before. I never experienced it. I didn't even know it existed. I mean, but it's great, right?
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, wow. Talk about thinking outside of our norm.
No, I like it. I like it very much. So why don't we introduce this young lady to the show?
Yes.
Introduce?
So I don't think she needs much introduction, but I will introduce her. Today we have... I don't know why her name just went.
Andrea. Yeah, I do it.
Yes. Andrea Pesqueda. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
With My Prime Care.
Prime Care.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on. I know sometimes it's nerve-wracking. People get nervous and stuff.
Yes.
And it's not your line of work that you go on a podcast on a daily or anything. You're
first time.
Actually, when people join the Greater West Covina, we normally don't invite them to be part of the podcast because sometimes, they open a business, but it's not, we don't get to find out all the back end or all the details or why they're doing what they do, or maybe it's just something ordinary. But with you, it's totally different. And we feel that this is something, I think from the very first time I found out about it, I felt like this is something that the community needs to know about because it's something different. It's something great.
Yes.
So we want you to explain what it is so that, our viewers can understand and hopefully, be part of what you're doing.
Yes. So what is My Prime Care?
So what is My Prime Care? So we are a new clinic that just opened here in West Covina, and it's a different healthcare system. It works as a gym membership. That's how I like to see it, where you pay a flat fee for a month and you get all these benefits. So you can go to unlimited visits. We promise same day or next day appointments. We know and we have a doctor that you will trust him, and he will know your family. He will meet your family. And we also have partnered with laboratories around the area and facilities to get the best prices if you're a member, of course, for lab testing. Most of them even better than a copay, lower than a copay. The healthcare system in the United States, it's broken and it has some gaps, and that's what we saw. That's what we have experienced as a mom, as a person, as a patient, as an HR, because I had 8 years of experience in HR department, and that's what I noticed. Employees struggle getting appointments and asking for days off, and sometimes they just skip their preventative care, and that's not the way it should be. It should be patient focused, and that's what we're trying to bring back.
Hey, I'm Michael.
I'm Ralph.
Welcome to Muñoz y Muñoz.
Come check it out. Here at Muñoz y Muñoz, every case is important to us. Big or small or big, we're here to help you.
And here also, privacy is our #1 priority for all of our clients. So come check it out. number one priority is serving the community. We want to give the best attorney service out there in the industry. We're here to help you. Please call us for any personal injury or criminal defense needs that you may need.
So thank you guys for visiting our firm. As you can see, I'm here, Michael's here, always ready to serve you guys for any questions. And please, do not hesitate to call us for anything you need. It could be the simple question, we're here for you. Y sí, hablamos español.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys are enjoying the show with Let's Connect Now. My name is Danielle Wood. I'm with Prospectors Federal Credit Union, a division of Certified Federal. You guys want to contact us regarding any banking needs or even auto loans and personal loans, feel free to contact me at any time. You can reach me at 909-396-9688 or 909-504-7371. I'm looking forward to talking and speaking with you all soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
The thing that interests me, and I thought, this is really great, because the way that you are doing this is the way that I grew up. My parents, we grew up going to, our doctor's office and having a relationship with the doctor that was treating us since we were very young. Mm-hmm. And it was very personable. When we started going to the doctor here, I remember for one thing, when we came here, we didn't have health care. Mm-hmm. We had to pay out of pocket. And so going to these clinics where it was I just remember being, a kid, and even as a teenager, and going to these clinics where there's just hundreds of people, and you're just, the waiting time, I think we would go there like at 6 a.m, and get out of there by the evening, and we were lucky.
Yes.
And I hated it. I hated the way that I grew up with healthcare. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was something, once I started having kids, that's not the way I wanted to bring my kids into the world and have that. So we paid hundreds of dollars for healthcare. Hundreds of dollars for healthcare for my kids. Yes. So what you are doing, I wish that existed, because it would have been a game changer, probably had more money in our pocket. But explain to us exactly, where did this come from?
Well, me and my husband, Dr. Pesqueira, we came from Mexico. So we arrived here 5 years ago, I want to say, to West Covina specifically. He did his family residency in the Queen of the Valley in the Emanate Hospital. And that's where he started noticing the differences in the Mexican culture, the way health is in Mexico, which also has, challenges and stuff that it's not right. And we were thinking like, hey, there should be a way. There should be a way to make it work, and it should be better than this. People and patients deserve better than that. I remember Juan Pablo coming from the day, and he was like, hey, I'm just upset because I get to see this patient, but there's no continuity of care. So I don't know if I'm going to see him again. And I do really care about the patient. And that's where we start researching, okay, what is it out there? The model exists. It's nothing that we created or invented, but it's really new in California. The model is direct primary care, or DPC. Direct primary care, okay. Yes, and it's popular in the East Coast. So, and even just the middle of the United States, like Michigan, New York, even in Florida, Texas is popular. Not so much here because of the HMO, but it's going to work. And we know it's going to work because people out there are frustrated with the healthcare system. You wait 3 weeks to get an appointment. By then, it's too late sometimes. Right. Or you finish going to the urgent care, and the urgent care is not supposed to be for stomach flu. Mm-hmm. But that's what you need to do, because otherwise you would wait 3 weeks.
Right, there's no other options.
There are no options, and urgent cares are packed. Also, in the doctor's perspective, because so many times we blame the doctor, but the doctor is full of patients because they work with insurances, and now they got to see 40 patients, and they got to do a lot of paperwork, so they only see you 7 minutes, because that's the system. That's the ecosystem out there. And with us, we don't work with insurances. It's only you and the doctor, the patient and the doctor. No middlemen, no third parties, no insurances. That's why we promised doctor will see you 30 minutes if it's needed, 60 minutes if it's needed, not 7 minutes. Yes.
I like that, because you're right. Because when I had, it was a struggle for me now to want to do healthcare, and hearing this whole new direct, what's it called? Direct
primary care.
Direct primary care. It's like amazing, because before the whole Obamacare, I was paying like $75 to $100 a month, and then the whole Obamacare happened, and my whole pay went up to like $350, and I thought it was supposed to be better.
Yes.
It was supposed to be, and I'm like, how did it go better for me when it just shot up for me? So, it has been always difficult for me to want to get the right insurance company and stuff. But like you said, a lot of us, when we get sick, whether we have fever or headaches, immediately we go to urgent care. But you're right, because everybody, it's a system that's going around, and everybody has it. So you're waiting 2 to 3 hours, practically a whole day, and then all of a sudden, they want you in and out really fast. So I like the fact that we have visited your facility, that you have made the waiting room as to be comfortable, and you're like, this is just going to be
very
you.
Inviting.
Yeah, very inviting. This is where you're at. You're not going to see somebody across from you like, oh hi.
Yeah.
It's you. It's your appointment.
And it's a patient lounge.
Oh, patient lounge.
Yes, because there are no wait times.
Yeah, no wait times. It's a patient lounge.
It's a patient
I
lounge.
like that.
Yes, we made it very cozy, because your doctor should be a part of your family, right?
Yes.
So it's like your home, it's your house there. And the good thing about us too is doctor is a family physician, so you can get your kids there and your own care, maybe your parents, your nieces, anyone can go, and we're so excited of what's going on.
No, I love it. I mean, we even had my mom sign up my nieces and stuff. So, sorry, I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to get there as soon as possible. I'm going to get there too, because I am. My wife asked me the other day, aren't you supposed to be starting to go there? I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to. So
Soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm bad. I don't even.
I'll take him.
No, I'm going to call you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I'm bad. I'm bad at going to the doctor, the eye doctor, everything. I'm bad. So I have to start making it a habit, though, because I'm getting older and I want to be checked.
Yes.
and
But
stuff.
this is comforting for you,
No,
right?
it is.
It kind of got sent in a sense to you because certain people like I'll use JR as an example. They lack healthcare, and that's because he's a self proprietorship. I mean, we don't when you own your own business, it's hard to, unless your spouse or somebody has that insurance for you, then you
and on that, my wife has insurance, but to add me, it's $650 a month.
Yes, it's
I'm like,
crazy.
whoa, wait, so $350 on my own, go to my wife's insurance, $650 a month. So that's why I said no.
And on top of that, you have a copay.
Yes.
Copays,
So, which is-
deductibles.
Yeah. So before I met you, we were still under, my husband's health care. Then that ended. And so now we have to pay out of pocket. So we're paying over $2,300 a month.
Oh, wow.
And and little do I know that I still have copays and they're still high. And I'm just like, wait a minute, why do we pay so much out of our pocket? And yet I have all these copays that are still high. And it's upsetting in a sense because healthcare is ridiculous. I told my husband, if I would have known, I would just wait because he's a contractor right now. I would have just waited until you got the permanent job and just gotten through you guys. But sometimes when you have existing issues that, and you want to stay with the same doctors because they kind of know, and you don't want to start another chart somewhere else because then it'll just, with me it's a little bit different. I'm a robotic woman.
She has armor everywhere.
Yeah, I just had an MRI for my wrist, and it's like there's just a lot of little things that are going on, but for him it's perfect. For his mom and the little girls, it's perfect. For people that they just know that whether you have Medi-Cal or not, it still sometimes doesn't pay for the things that you really do need. I mean, it doesn't pay for that. You get the minimum of healthcare that healthcare offers you, and it's like it's a little frustrating. But I was going to tell you, so there's certain dentists too that are part of a network that is that way. You pay a monthly fee, and you get like all these, all this care as well. And so I saw that in dentistry, but I've never seen it in medical care. So I'm glad that this is here in West Covina. And why did you guys choose West Covina first of all?
Well, I think it was the first city that welcomed us when we moved from Mexicali. And I felt like I was part of it. Like, oh, I really like this place, We were living at the colony in the lakes. We lived there for a year. And also, Juan Pablo, he is a really good doctor. He really cares about his patients. And he, like I mentioned before, he mentioned continuity care is really important because I'm not sure what your next doctor is going to tell you.
Right.
And then they change medications and sometimes it starts all over. And if you have other conditions, they need to check, okay, is it going to work or no? So he really bonded with the city and the surrounding areas, people from La Puente, and we're Hispanics, and I mentioned, right, Spanish speakers. So he also saw the lack of, the language barrier, and he saw that people were not saying what they truly had or the full picture of why am I in the doctor, and that's very important. Creating that relationship with your doctor is very important.
And something that I've seen and that I've heard about in ER at the ER, for example, or even I'm not sure so much about the urgent cares, but in the ER, people with no insurance, they have no choice. They have no choice. So whether it's because they have, stomach flu and it's just severe, or they have, I've seen this happen a lot where people don't have health care, because I've sat at ERs before and I'm looking at people coming in and they're asking, do you have insurance? And they're saying no. And so then now they have to pay a certain amount. And then sometimes they say, well, I don't have money. So the ER cannot reject you. So it's costing them millions of dollars.
Yes.
I mean, I'm imagining it's probably more than that a year. So you guys are actually doing something that is preventative, so that you only go to the ER if you have a broken arm or things that really the emergency room is for.
Yes.
Car accidents, whatever, etc. And so all the preventative care, it's something that you guys are going to facilitate for now. People that don't have insurance, they don't have to go to the ER and be there for 6 hours.
Yes.
And hopefully lessen the wait for people that really need it.
Yeah, I was reading an article last week on how preventative care helps the ER.
Yeah.
And it's like it reduces like more than 40% of the visits of ER.
Yeah.
Just by going to your doctor, your regular checks, and being on top of it, because you don't have to go to your doctor when you're sick. You go to the doctor to stay healthy, and of course you're gonna get sick now and then. You ate something, whatever, but maybe at certain age you need that continuity of care. Maybe your medical history, something's going on back then with your parents, grandparents. But if you are going to a doctor checking your pressure, your sugar levels, or whatever, then we want to prevent you to get pre-diabetes or hypertension.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you guys take insurance too? regular insurance?
We
or
really
no?
don't work with insurances,
Okay.
but people are welcome to come and be part of our membership. Of course, if you have insurance, you get to pick, okay, maybe you can use it for a referral. You need to see a specialist, you can use your insurance. But we are primary care. We're going to take care of probably 90% of what you have, but maybe those 10% you can use your insurance.
No, that's good because I explained to my my brother-in-law the other day because we have two nieces and they're always sick, and he before your grand opening, he was saying how he took one of my nieces to the urgent care, and he goes, dude, man, we spent all day there because she was sick because she had runny nose and fever and all that stuff, and I was like, well, hey, guess what? And I told him, and I was sharing with him, and he goes, dude, that's a lot better. Like he goes, send me some information. I want to look into that because I don't want to spend all day. He said, I don't want to spend all day. I prefer, if it's something where I could just go in, make an appointment, and then I'm out. Oh, dude, he goes, that
Yes.
sounds really good for
And
me.
he's there, and you're there by yourself. You're there just, knowing that, you have the privacy and the
Yeah.
comfort of that somebody's going to listen to you. I think that's something that is. I hate going to the doctor myself because I know you're right. I'm going to time it next time I go because you're right. They come in, they sit, okay, they look at everything or whatever, and they just barely, whatever. And then, okay, they address the issue, but they don't sit there and like, oh, well, did you do this? And did you do that? And da-da-da-da. None of that happens. And you're just like, well, do I still need to do this? I'm the one that has to hold them back while they're opening the door, ready to get out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, hello.
Well, my good friend, he actually, now that you're saying that, he actually got escorted out by security
Wow.
at his doctor's visit.
Okay, what did he do?
I'm gonna tell you what he did. It's not like what you think. The doctor was claiming that he got in an argument with her because she came in, and he goes, "Hey, wait, I want to talk to you."
Of course. And
she was like, "Well, what do you want? What do you want?" Like rude. He goes, "Hey, don't be rude. I'm the patient." And because he started sharing that with her, like, "Hey, don't be rude with me. I'm the patient." Blah blah blah. She called security. And she's like, "Well, we're done." And he goes, "I have more concerns though, and now you're calling security because I'm asking you. I want to talk to you more, but yet you're in a hurry, and now it caused a conflict between them, and so they escorted him out."
Yeah.
Because
So he really didn't have a relationship with her then.
No, and it wasn't. Yeah, and it wasn't his doctor.
No.
So it was a fill-in or
Physician assistant, sometimes a
well,
PA.
somebody that was there because he was out.
Okay.
So she was there, but he was like, "No, I have other issues I want to talk to you about. Like you're telling me, oh, okay, this is this. I see your chart. You're this or this. Okay, cool. I can give you this. Wait. Hold on though. Like I want to talk to you."
That's what I
Yes.
did. I had to tell her. I said, "Wait a minute, but do I still do this?" Because, and then she kind of went and she sat down and then she talked to me. But it's like it's these unanswered questions that people leave from the doctor's office that it frustrates you. I've even heard my parents tell my mom, tell my dad when they go into the doctor, so did you ask her this? My dad goes, "Oh, I forgot." Then I have to get on the phone and call for them and do this.
Well, we
and do
forget
that.
because they're so rushing us out.
Yes, and
That we
they don't-
forget. Like, oh my god, I was gonna ask that.
People
Yes.
don't feel heard, and I think you doing that and Dr. Pesqueda opening up that it's comforting to people because you leave with all your questions answered. Now I pre-write my questions,
Yes.
so that way I know she answered this, she answered that, and I do that because it's important to me. My healthcare is important to me. So yes, I'm gonna go with a notebook because my healthcare is important to me, as it should be to everyone, right? And so I think you doing that. I mean, I noticed how attentive he was when I met with both of you after meeting with you the first time. And he answered all of our questions. It wasn't about our healthcare. It was about, just getting to know him.
Of course.
And we felt really good about it. And you've done that too. You've been an open book,
Very welcoming.
very welcoming, very attentive, and that's how we have to be. If more people were that way, I think we would feel better about our healthcare.
Yes, we're building a space where patients are heard, seen, and never rushed. We really, you're not a number. You are a patient, you're a human, and we really care about you and your family. You're going to have the ease to even text your doctor. Maybe you forgot a question. Hey, doctor, I don't know, maybe a medication, or can I do this? And he'll reply. So once you are part of my Prime Care, you're going to have that access to your doctor. You're going to see his agenda on your phone. Okay, this day I want to go, or a quick question, a text, or even a phone call. Also, let's say you're traveling out of the city or the state or another country and you get sick. It happens.
Right.
You can text him, doctor, I ate something, or what should I do? What can I take? And if you're in the United States, he can send you, the medications to the nearest pharmacies too,
I like
wherever you are.
Oh
so what are some of the things that you're going to be specializing there, though? Is it everything? What's the age bracket? What's the things that you're taking care of?
We take everyone, age is no limit.
Okay.
So we
So
have
from
different
kids to elderly.
Yes, and we have different tiers on our plans. So kids are 0 months up to 18 years old for $49. So it's a really affordable plan. Then we have the adults that are 19 years old to 64 for $109. Then we have older people that it's $129. We also are working with family packages because we know families really need us, really need a doctor.
Yeah.
And it's $249 for 4 members.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's really good.
Wow. That's
Yes,
really,
so it's
that's
really
good.
affordable, like I mentioned, and there is no need to spend extra money. Is there really
And there's no
is
copay with you.
No copays. No.
So I'm paying my monthly, and then that's it.
Nothing additional, but probably let's say you need a lab test. Like I
that's different,
mentioned, that's
yes.
gonna be extra, but it's really, really cheap prices.
And medication?
Medications we're doing in-house medications. Also, it's probably 70% less than a regular pharmacy.
Nice.
Of course, if you do have your insurance, if you want to use it, we give you that flexibility. You can either use your insurance or just walk out with your medication and nonstop go to your home or wherever you need to go.
Yeah, our dentist does that. They gives you the option to get it there or to just write you a prescription. You could take it anywhere if you have insurance. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, you know what? I know you were really nervous about coming on, prior to doing this interview, but I think this interview needed to happen because this is important information for our community.
Yes.
And when our community feels like now they have something that it's
an option.
essential.
Yeah, it's a great option.
Yes,
opportunity.
and it's like wow, I'm like wow.
No, I love it, and I love the fact that you both are Latinos. Or Hispanic, Latinos, Hispanic, Mexicans. I don't know. There's all these categories now. I don't even know. Chicanos, Chicanos, Pochos here. There's all these. I don't know. All these. Pick one. No. But it's amazing. I love the fact because when I met you guys, and then being there at the grand opening and seeing, your husband's father, he was so happy, and to see how proud he was like, "That's my son. That's my
Yes.
son." I'm like, well, we were proud of your son because I really when I meet people. And especially, like I said, they're Latinos, and they're like, no, this is my business, this is what I'm doing. I'm very happy. I'm very excited because I love our people thriving. I love us because we're not just like everybody puts us out there as gang members and janitors and all these other, which are still, the janitors are still good jobs, but we are doctors and lawyers and teachers and high positions, and I love to see that, and you guys are amazing, and then your little daughter is amazing too. She was
little Helena.
Yeah, she was amazing when we went to the office, and it's just you guys are a beautiful family, a very
thank you.
beautiful
Thank you
family, and
so
I'm glad you're
much.
here in West Covina.
Yes, and
Yes,
we wish
thank
you
you.
guys much success, of course, and we're gonna continue to talk about your business and to put you in the forefront, because our communities need it. We have a lot of
Hispanic families here.
Yes.
A lot
And
of
even
Hispanic.
even for businesses, Monica, I want to share this. We also are another option for a business, because
Oh.
sometimes healthcare, it comes renewal, or you want to give healthcare to your employees, a premium. How much was it, JR?
Like $350.
$350 at least.
Well, for me by myself, but my wife was $650.
600. So imagine a new business owner with 10 employees, 15 employees. You cannot afford it.
Right.
And then you have people leaving, high turnover, and that's costly for a company operation wise, and also on their budget. So we are also working, and we have plans for businesses that want to provide healthcare to their employees. $99 per employee.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
price. Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. See, and now, from what I understand, if you're part-time, you don't qualify for health care.
No.
You have to be a full-time employee to qualify for some kind of health care, depending on how many employees you have. I think right now it's five or less. And I'm sure that's even a challenge that not a lot of people are meeting, especially like restaurants and like the small moms and pops businesses. They need this. They need to hear about this, and they need we need to find a way to be able to promote this, to the local businesses in our community as well. And we'll put our thinking hats on and see how we can make that happen as well.
Yes, and for businesses, we are also promoting additional, benefits, such as dog tags. So what it means is doctor will go to your, maybe your lunch break or a special place, and he's going to share, maybe a topic, a really popular topic, how to prevent this, or how diabetes, or those topics, to make awareness. And that's going to be for employers, for businesses, with no additional cost if you are a member. We also, like I mentioned, back in the day when I was doing HR, I remember people really frustrated on, oh my gosh, Andrea, I'm really sorry, but I need an extra day because I went to the doctor, but he didn't see me, or he rescheduled me, and then asking for an extra day. So we're a doctor for your employees, and we're going to care of them. And if they need to be seen after hours, we can do that too.
So what are your hours?
So we are open 8 to 5, but of course, if you need to come in after 6, we're gonna be there.
Right, they schedule it,
Call us. Yes, like I mentioned, we promise 24 hours to 48 hours appointment. So we're gonna be there. Yes.
No, I like that. Yeah, it's 8 to 5, but if somebody says, "Hey, I got to be there at 6," but after hours is basically still by appointment only. Like you're gonna see them.
Yes, we're
That's
gonna
that.
arrange it, and then doctor will see you. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited about it. And, like I said, we're going to continue our efforts to help, with promoting you and having these conversations. Hopefully one day have him on here. And maybe, we're getting a little techie here. So where people can actually call. When
Maybe
he's
one day he
on,
can call in and ask questions.
and ask
Oh,
questions.
I like that.
Yeah,
I love it. Yes.
So we're working with our team right now to make that happen. And so once that happens, we'll be able to do like a meet and greet on Let's Connect Now with the doctor.
Yeah,
I
we
think
can
that'd
do
be
that.
pretty
Yes.
cool, right? But no, I mean, is there anything additional that you want to share that you feel it's important? This is your opportunity.
I want to share an experience that happened to me when we were working on the clinic, and we were there on a Sunday night painting, and then my baby was there. She's a year and 8 months old, and then she fell from the stairs, right? And she hit her head. And then she started vomiting, like throwing up. And of course, I freaked out, and I'm like, I need to take her to the ER. Juan Pablo, I'm gonna take her. And he was like, of course, he's
a doctor.
He's a doctor, and she checked on the baby. She did something on her head, and then she was like, being responsive, and he was like, she's good, Andrea. And then I was like, are you sure? He was like, yes, she's okay. She's going to be okay. We'll monitor her. And I'm like, okay. Then I was driving back home because we were in separate cars. And I call him like, no, I'm going to turn over. I'm going to go to the ER.
Wait, but he's a
Because
doctor.
I called my mom, right? And, moms, Mexican moms. So he told me, do whatever you want. You're going to spend there 3 hours. You're going to pay $1,000 because they're going to send her to an MRI or a CT scan. She's okay, Andrea. And I'm like, okay, I'll go home. And she was fine.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that maybe you don't have a doctor at home, but a call away, and he'll see your kid. You don't have to go through all this.
It's like sometimes you forget he's a doctor. You're like, he doesn't know. He's just my husband. I need to go to a doctor.
Yes.
I am a doctor. No, I'm going to a doctor.
Yes, I need to stop being a wife sometimes.
That's weird because I was like, wait a minute, but isn't he a
Because men, we're like that sometimes. They're okay. You're like, no.
Yeah, no, and what I mean is like she was fine. There was no need to wait 3 hours, 5 hours with the kid running because she was running a few minutes.
And she's your
after.
first child.
She's my only child.
Only child. So yeah, we're like that with our
Yeah,
firstborn.
yes.
Any little scratch. Oh man, we got to go right now. You got to go.
Yeah, and I
So-
think moms, we need a doctor that we trust, that we can call, that we can text, that we can see. Okay, I need to see you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're right. I mean, when I was growing up, I had severe asthma. So I had the same doctor. She was amazing. I could visualize, I could still see her face because I was kind of embarrassed to always go to her because she was very beautiful and I had a crush on her when I was a kid. And oh my God, I could see her face still. But she knew me. She knew my family.
Yes.
She knew my mom. She knew all of us. But it's not like that really anymore. You know, now if you go see somebody, it's like it's a rotation. You came on a day that this person's now today. And like you said, they come in with a laptop and they're just like, it's just, okay, so you're here. Oh, so you're here because of your asthma? Okay, cool. So can you breathe? Let me hear. And then, okay, well, here, take this. You're out. So, but yeah, I miss that.
It also too depends on people's personalities, and for me, I don't know if it's because of the kind of work that I do. I'm different because people always tell me like, oh, they have a negative taste in their mouth about the healthcare that I have, which I won't mention, but I'm actually very happy with my healthcare because I've had my doctors for years now, same doctors, and when I don't get my doctor, I kind of make my demands as to what I want, and I get what I want. Not because I'm anybody special, but that's because I don't know, maybe it's the way I ask. I'm not rude either, but it's just that I know what to ask and I know what I want. And so some things are taking a little bit longer like this. I just had an MRI on this thing at, believe it or not, 3:30 in the morning on Saturday.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, at 3:30 in the morning. And that's because I wanted to get in there as soon as possible.
Uh-huh.
And how long is it going to take for them to read it? I don't know. But I had the MRI, and it's like, but I already have a follow up. I tend to schedule everything on time. People sometimes are very like they'll make an appointment, but they don't do like they don't. I don't know. I just feel like people don't speak because they feel intimidated by their health care. With my parents, same thing. I yell at my parents, well, why didn't you ask? Why are you coming to me and telling me, well, you call? And I'm like, it's not for me, it's for you.
Yes.
And I told my mom, unless you had dementia or something, then I could see why I would be doing everything for you, but you need to understand that you need to do this or whatever. And then she'll cry because she gets all hurt. And I'm like, well, fine, I'll do it. And I get what they want. But it's the same thing. My dad likes to go with my mom and he takes notes and stuff. And so I think now, I'm taking it out of their healthcare, letting them keep what they have, but really them seeing this option. I think he would be very happy because his doctor is a pocho. He speaks half all English, but a little bit of Spanish. And so they have to get a nurse all the time in there that's available so that they can interpret. But I think this is something that he's gonna care. I bet you anything, my dad and Dr. Juan Pablo are gonna have long conversations. I don't know if you want him.
Yeah, I don't know if you want my dad. But I think the fear of people going to the doctors is not like right now. As you were saying that, I was thinking for myself, I'm not afraid of the doctor. I don't have time.
Yes.
That's where a lot of people I feel like don't care to go to doctors because in their heads they're like, man, I don't want to be there for 5 hours. Like,
But
no.
wouldn't you want to go? Because what if something
No,
is
because some
really
people
bad
don't.
and you're stage 4, or something,
but-
God forbid, but...
I'm being honest. That's how I would say me as a man and maybe other men or people just think like they're busy. Like it's just too much time out of my life.
Well, that's what I tell David too. I'm like, then why are you paying so much money?
I can tell you right now, David, you told me you go to the you your time to go to the urgent care, and I can tell you right now, in his mind, he was probably thinking, because I don't want to spend all my day there.
No, he won't go.
Because he doesn't want to spend his whole day there.
Well, call
That's
your
the problem.
doctor. Or
Yeah.
we're going to call you, hey, JR, it's time to get this lab. Just go to Quest Diagnostics here, just crossing the street. And we're going to call you. And
Yeah, I know people say that now. You could Zoom now. You could just
Preventative
call.
care
Too.
is important. It could save your life.
Yes.
Preventative care. Healthcare.
Yes.
Preventative healthcare, preventative dentistry. I highly recommend that too. Vision. Look at right now.
Well, no, it could be like. Remember, I was sharing that the other day. I had like everyone thought it was my appendix. It was going to burst. It was a lot of pain, and stuff. And I didn't
Why are you
want
doing that?
I was right here. I didn't want to go to the doctors because I was like, I don't want to go to the ER. It's because I'm going to spend a long time, and that's why I didn't want to go to even urgent care. There was an urgent care, and I didn't want to go. And everyone was like, "You better go, man, because this and this and this." And I went. But I have a good friend who's like a holistic
Okay,
healer.
we don't wanna know
yeah,
everything.
but she told me, and then after, because she knows what it is, it was just trapped gas. I had to just take digestive pills, and that's it. Released it.
But imagine going to the ER or urgent care.
Yeah, no, and I did. I actually went.
Oh, yeah.
And and it was just like I sat there, and I felt sick because I was there. Because everybody else is, and you're just like, dang, I feel worse. Like this problem's going away. I feel like my head hurts now, and all this other stuff's happening to me. Because you start seeing it, so your mind starts playing tricks on you. Like,
What if
No,
I get
it does.
that?
yeah,
It
like,
does.
look at that. And I'm all wiping my hands and the thing. But it's just like, I don't know. I guess that's just some people, like for me, that's why I
But sometimes you need to go. Sometimes
no, I know. I'm not
you
saying I'm
need to
against
go.
it. I'm just saying that's sometimes is time. I wasn't saying that the doctor or anything. I was just saying that a lot of people they feel like it's just too much time. It's just too much time. I'll just deal with it, because it's just too much time.
We're always in a rush, but yes, your health is important, and we're there after hours or a call away, a text away.
No, I like
Yes,
it. See, that's
yes.
what I'm saying. I like that. Now I'm gonna have a doctor after
And-
10 years. I'm not even lying. Probably like after 10 years, I'm probably gonna have. I'm gonna have one. Hey, I just told him he cannot tell Monica anything. It's patient confidentiality.
Don't worry, I wouldn't.
Because she'll be like, "What's wrong with this guy? I need to know."
Why is it here today?
And I'm gonna get a lot of doctor's notes, so this would be great
Right.
for me.
I think you said I wasn't your boss.
You're not, but I still gotta give you a note. Like, hey, I'm sick.
A doctor's excuse, yes.
Yes.
No, but really, if you have the opportunity, I invite you to visit our website,
Yes.
check our social media, book a free meet and greet. Maybe you're not sure if it's for you. We have a free meet and greet. You're going to meet the doctor, and not me. You're going to meet the doctor, and he'll explain everything in more detail or personalized for you or your family. And you'll decide if it's for you, it's for you. If not, it's not. If you're not happy with it, like any membership, you can cancel. That's the worst
It's
that
month
could
to month.
happen.
It's month to month.
That's the worst that could happen, but I really feel this is the future of healthcare.
I love it. I like it.
Yeah, no, we're very excited for you guys, and we'll be, like I said, we'll be supporting you and offering you all the support that that you need, as long as we feel that we just want to do it right. Want to make sure that we people understand the program, and so we'll be referring a lot of people over to you.
Thank you.
And again, we really appreciate you guys, and thank you
Yes.
for choosing West Covina to
be here
to
and
be
planning here and
and
stuff.
helping our community.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
Thank you for having
absolutely.
me. Thank you. It's
No,
great
thank you.
being here. I actually remember one more thing that I want to add. There are a lot of people that travel to Mexico to get medical care because sometimes they cannot pay for a surgery or maybe something more, more specialized. We have a network of doctors in Mexico that we can refer you, and we will help you navigate through that and get you the best doctors to, maybe you need something more specialized that it's really, really, really expensive here. We have that option. So,
Thank you.
people are more than welcome to stop by.
I love it. All right.
Thank you. And thank
Wow.
you. We are here in the West Covina Parkway Plaza by the California Street. Because sometimes people...
Off California, yeah, you're off
California.
California.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they drive in and they're going around Panera Bread, just like, where is it?
People identify
Where is it?
people identify that plaza only by the businesses that
Right.
are behind Panera.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
within that circle, but they don't understand that there's so many businesses, on California Street on
Yes.
on the backside. But is it okay if I give a shout out to somebody, because when I was
Yes,
at your
of
grand
course.
opening, my healthcare, did a referral for acupuncture, and I met your neighbors.
Yeah,
and
aw, yes.
I had the opportunity to have my first appointment with them on Friday. Oh my God. I was like very clean, very nice people, just like you and your husband. I mean, the wife was, in the reception, and the husband is the acupuncturist. And I was so scared, honestly, because I've been to certain acupuncture places and I didn't like them, but this was a long time ago, before COVID and whatever. What I saw this time was entirely different than what I saw before. And I was very, very pleased with them. And, we have some great businesses here in West Covina.
Yes.
I've seen how welcoming they were with you guys.
They are
Yes.
the
I didn't even
nicest
know they were your
person.
neighbors
Yeah, no,
until
they're
I
the
was like,
nicest
whoa.
people. And then they have a little kid, too.
Yeah, they have a little girl.
Yes.
I came very disguised though. I wore my hat, my hair was
Why were you
back-
disguised?
Because I wasn't dressed up.
You're not like Angelina Jolie or anything.
Well, you know what? Be quiet. Anyway, I came I came comfortable, because I was gonna have acupuncture. So, and he was like, "I recognize you from somewhere," and I said, "Yeah, I met you next door. I'm Monica." And he goes, "Oh," he's like, "I knew I recognized you from somewhere," because at first he was like, "Hello," he wasn't sure. But shout out to them, because it's again, they I forgot the name of their business, but do you remember?
No, I don't remember on top of my head, but they're there by...
Right next door to you.
Next
right?
door, and the Quest Diagnostics.
Yes.
There's a Quest there.
Yes, yes. So shout out to them, because they did an excellent job, and I have like a lot of follow-up appointments, so I can't wait. But we have some great businesses here in West Covina.
Yes.
So thank you so much again for agreeing to be here. See, it was not nerve-wracking. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, thank you, Monica.
after
Yeah, we lasted
the
45
many
minutes.
Conversations. After many conversations we've already had with her, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, again, guys, make sure you guys go to myprimecare.com.
Org.
.org.
Sorry.
Oh, .org. I'm sorry.
myprimecare.org.
.org. And also follow them on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, on social media.
Yes, so guys, thank you so much again.
Thank
and
you.
Every Monday, 7 a.m., like, share, subscribe, and share this episode and let somebody know that needs healthcare. A doctor,
A
prime
doctor.
care, direct
A personalized
doctor.
doctor, My Prime Care.
My prime care, but what is it called? DP.
DPC is direct primary care.
That's right.
Yes.
Direct primary care. See, I'm gonna get. That's what I'm getting. What? That's what I'm getting. Direct primary care.
Yes.
right.
So yeah, again, for everyone out there, visit our website, and we want to bring back the doctor's experience that you and your family deserve.
Yes, thank you.
that's nice.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching Let's Connect Now. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to be a sponsor, contact us today.